Welcome to Troopers Travels, and we're in heponstall. Just had to get here, didn't I? So we'll have a look around this place, show you a few bits and bobs as well. So give a bit more information, and we'll look at the history. See you in a bit. So let's have a look around the church. Well, the ruin of the church, really. Quite impressive and quite huge. Got two either side, that one there, and this is the old one. Old chancer, this is a right size tomb. Look at that one for a gravestone. So this is the original St Thomas Becket Church, now a ruin. It dates back to around 1260. And I'll give you a bit more information about heponstall, but I just want to show you this grave art here now. People's disappeared. It's one of the Cragvale coiners. So let's have a quick look, and there's a pub in here as well. Let's have a quick nose around here, show you a bit more. We'll get opportunity. It's a lot of people to look at this. Just give me a sec. I can find it. This is the one I'm on about. David Hartley, 1770. Died 1789. Coins on it. Here was the interned body of Grace Hartley of Lodge in Ellingham. I can't pronounce that. Who reported this life September 1802, 61 years of age. Also David Hartley, her grandson, who reported this life February 23rd, 1845, age 25 years. Lots of coins on it. So there's a connection to the Cragvale coiners can be found in the Cross Inn, where in 1771 members of the gang murdered a farm labourer called Abraham by throwing him into a fire, and the fireplace is still there. So I want to have a look at that if I can. But this is King David's grave. And there is another one on the graveyard. I'll look at that one in a sec. It's like stepping back in time, isn't it? It's like stepping back in time. And in that other graveyard over there, there's a famous poet in there. I need to find it though, I'm not sure whereabouts, but we'll find it. Just bear with me. Like I said, there's two, well, they're all important graves to be fair, but obviously the one we looked at, that was King David, the coin crags who were ripping British off, well, government with forgery coins. And then there's actually American poet called Sylvia Plath, who married to Ted Hughes from nearby Mytholmanoid. This is in St Thomas Becket's churchyard. Let's have a, I think that's it over there actually. That's it there. Had a lot of stuff scratched off. Surname at Hughes, obviously Ted Hughes, what husband. She married to Ted Hughes. She visited her parents' heponstall and wrote about it in November. Graveyard. She struggled throughout her life with depression, and then took her own life in 1963 and was buried in this graveyard. The gravestone regularly vandalised by removing Hughes' surname from the memorial because some of her fans obviously believe it were responsible for death. It looks like it's being redone again, that. Sylvia Plath, an American poet. Ted Hughes spent most of his life fending off accusations from Plath's fans of cruelty and even murder. He never discussed the death of his wife or even the marriage until his publication of the book Birthless Letters in 1998. Ted Hughes died in October 1998, and now it's not unusual to see Sylvia's grave in heponstall vandalised and the surname Hughes removed from the gravestone. But looks like they've put it back on again. There's another poet buried in here, an American expatriate. Asa Benetel, also notable as a founder, publisher of Diagram Press, but I don't know where it is. Right, we'll have a nosy back down here. So we've seen that one. Let's go back on the bath. Obviously this is the new church. The original St Thomas Becket Church is now a ruin, dates back to around 1260, like I said previously. Original church was heavily damaged during a storm in 1847 and service switched to St Thomas the Apostle Church, which completed in 1854, which is this one here. We'll have a look. I'll give you a bit more information about actually the village. It's a big plot, isn't it? It's a big family one, that, isn't it? We'll have a nosy and then we'll go on to Weaver's cottages up here. I'll give you a bit more. Just going to have a quick look at this again. Just like flagstones, aren't they? Here it is. Yeah. The Cragvale coiners. David Hartley, King David. You see me stand up like this, but it's still a nice ruin, isn't it? This is Weaver Square. I'll give you a bit more information about heponstall in a second, but they have like a play called the Pace Egg. It's a traditional Pace Egg play performed in heponstall Weaver Square on Good Fridays, which has just gone, attracting hundreds of visitors every year. It's uncertain about the origins where it come from, but some versions of the play have undoubtedly been performed over many hundreds of years. In the play, St George takes on contenders such as the Bold Slasher, the Black Prince and of Paradine and Hector. The costumes are particularly strange headgear comprising of a tower edifice garnered with flowers, particularly the Calder Valley, as much as part of the fun in the action. When violent swords fights prominent, but as ever good time. What they do, they'll do it here, it gets loads of people, and then they go to a pub, and then they come back and do it again, and as it goes on and goes on and goes on, it gets after. But it's quite amusing. I think I've seen it a few times, but I've just missed out obviously. It was Good Friday last weekend. But this is Weavers Square. Top of the town. It's like stepping back in town, isn't it? Very narrow road and all. Our buses go up and down here. Up here, this is out down here to sea. Sure there's a pump up here or something. An old pump. $18.91. Let's get at it with this bus. Two pubs, this one's not open. That's not the one I wanted to see though, is it? The crossing I'm after. Museum down there, but it's not open. Heponstall Museum. And this ain't open either. We'll come back to that at 3 o'clock. Jiffy. There's your stocks. The old village stocks there. They're protected, aren't they? Not looking forward to this, it's a bit sludgy. Ah dear. There's an old chapel down here, but I don't want us to get sludge up to eyeballs. Emden Bridge down that way. This is supposed to be a footpath, this up. It's not private land, not getting bothered. A footpath to the left, oh, we're alright. Nice and steep down there, not going down there though. And that takes us back up there, let's have a look in a bit. This is that chapel I mentioned earlier. I don't think it'll be open like. Pretty easy just going down them steps, won't it, Darren? Look at the top of it from there. It's just like a 50p piece shaped Methodist chapel. John Wesley laid foundations for it according to form. That's in about 1786 I believe, but it's not bloody open, is it? Ah dear. Plenty of graves, isn't there? Unlikely if it's tucked in behind that car park, isn't it? So just a few facts about heponstall. It was first recorded in the Wakefield Court Rolls of 1274. The name means stable in Ebden. Ebden itself means Roseate Valley. Its original, obviously, the church we looked at, the actual ruin, dates back to 1260. Obviously we saw that King David grave, obviously gives a connection to Craggale coiners, which can be found in the crossing in 1771 where they threw him into fire, this guy called Abraham Ingham. Heponstall's original church was heavily damaged, like I said, during a storm in 1847, and services switched to St Thomas at the Apostle Church in 1854, and in 1643 Heponstall was the site of a battle during the early part of the English Civil War. Historically a centre for handlooming, weaving, Heponstall cottages and terrace houses are characteristic by large first floor windows to maximise the light for weaving. But it's a pity this in top. I wouldn't mind having a look in there, to be fair. But I would have thought this little graveyard would tucked in here, and that's some type of dance hall. That there's a licensee thing on it. But a quick word of warning: if you're coming up here, it's quite a steep and top hill, and also there's a bus won't get you up, or it's 1.25 miles vertical going up. Okay, we'll see what we can. I'm going to try and get a pint in that pub and look at that fireplace though. Right, I've been down here once, it's a muddy path, but this is the pinfold where they used to keep sheep and things. I believe that's the Rose Cottage, that's the oldest cottage, that one up there. But I'm just going to look down here, this is like a picnic area. Oh! But this is the old pinfold. Went straight past it like a banana, didn't I? That's the old pinfold. And that's your Hebden Bridge down there. Like I said, blackbirds and that, isn't there? Looking for worms. Well, Jenny ran here and all earlier. But that's your oldest cottage up there, other side of them cars. That's your oldest cottage. I went straight past this like a banana. Right, nice gentleman on there were rattling to me and all about specific things, so he put me in the right direction. This is that old cottage, and this is the old locking dungeon, according to that. And this is the oldest cottage. It's Elizabethan. Like a pawnbroker, that. See that? Wow, some type of bull ring, that. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that video, heponstall. Forgot to do outro, to be fair, I'm sorry about that, but it were raining and I couldn't get to the actual the crossing to see the actual fire, the fireplace, so I do apologise for that, but rain were permitting, I'm afraid, and it won't open, so I couldn't really do that. But I hope you've enjoyed that little shorten. I'm in my room now. Bit of mess around to get into my room. I've got a very good room with a view, to be fair, not really, but I mean it's for 3 days anyway, and tomorrow my plans are to well, I'm going up to Parsonage, use my blue light card, get it cheaper, and possibly do the walk, the Bronte walk, the Bronte trail up to High Withens and that, but quite interesting, that one at heponstall, to be fair. I will put some more stuff on them for you, some pictures, and also some information regarding specific things, but that was quite interesting, that that paddock, what they used to have sheep, which now a picnic area, and the dungeon and the stocks and the pump and King David's grave, the coins to Cragster, where he were hung in York. I think it was Tyburn, I think something that way, and also the Cynthia Payne one. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll leave it on that one. But tomorrow we'll go up Bronte Country, we'll Parsonage, we'll have a look round at church, and then we'll go up trail and see Bronte Falls. Fingers crossed. Bronte Falls, Bronte Chair, and High Withens. That's if I don't get lost. Okay, see you later. Bye.